There you go. Okay. So Mad Max should be joining us here soon. Zod Rider, I have no idea where he went. He's MIA right now. But let's go. Hey, room. Mad Max is ready to go. Yes. Should be going on lunch in a bit. Sweet. Bring the good conversation, brother. Yes, sir. He needs to. But yes. How are you guys doing today? Just got home painting with the Zeverfets. Took me forever. Get in here. What's up, Mad Max?
Hey, where's Zod Rider?
I have no idea. He hasn't said a word.
Zod Rider, you forget we have a podcast? He must have been up late last night.
Yeah.
You did some work on this. You want to talk about the Spider-Man from the...
Yeah. I saw... Gosh. I was going to ask how you felt about it, because just this... I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that.
This is the new one. This Miles Morales. I mean, not Miles. Peter Parker. This is for the remaster.
Yeah, aren't they like changing it up for the?
Yeah, I've heard they changed his face. I don't know why they needed to. It didn't. I think they should have just kept. I don't like that, just to change it for no reason. It didn't need to.
Yeah, I'd be fine with, like, you know, if they're going to incorporate other Peter Parkers, like Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield, you know, pick your Peter Parker, like you pick your Spider-Man suit. I think that would be really cool. But if it's just Tom Holland, just for the sake of having Tom Holland, then I'm just...
is it supposed to resemble Tom Holland?
Yeah, it's supposed to. I mean, to me, it looked like Tom Holland. It looked pretty close to Tom Holland.
Okay. I guess, like, if they actually got Tom Holland down, then that would be like, that could get you some... This whole remaster thing is I don't like it to begin with, because with what's happening with Nintendo and Sony, and this is a point for Microsoft. What's a remaster? What's a boost, like a boost mode or an upgraded performance on these systems? And then Nintendo and Sony are charging for what they do, where you get so far. I mean, we have to go by the details. Series X is now getting hands-on with a lot of Access Media. That's not me. I'm buying. I think I'm keeping mine, but more on that later. And the big thing that they're letting everyone try out is the backwards compatibility and how it really enhances performance, load times, graphics sometimes look a lot better.
Yeah.
Frame rate.
One thing Xbox is definitely doing right is, like, they have backwards compatibility, and it's free. Like, it's free, like, enhancements, and then PlayStation's like, more money. we need more money.
So Nintendo and Sony are completely opposite and unfriendly to the consumer.
Yeah.
And they're cheered on for it. Whoa, Mario Anniversary. Imagine if Mario was on the Xbox, if that was their property, you would get widescreen, Mario 64, super great frame rate.
Yeah.
It would look so much better, and you wouldn't be charged anything, and you could just put you have to do that. You can't play softball just because you're a Nintendo or Sony fanboy. If this is a precedent of how they're going to handle remasters, what's actually so much done? Oh, we changed his face. I don't like that either. I like the original content looking better, but I don't like it completely changed. And then the $20 extra.
Yeah. That's terrible.
I mean,
and then not only that, but your progress doesn't get carried over. You have to restart, apparently. Yeah, that's terrible.
This is another thing I've heard.
Yeah,
is that it's iffy if progress is going to go forward from, even though PS5 is supposedly backwards compatibility with most games, that the saving of those games still is up in the air. Although I would have to think that they could do something with PlayStation Plus and the cloud saves, but I don't know. They're not.
And then also the PS4 controller being only made for, like, certain PS4 games. Like, that's just that the whole thing is just weird to me. Like, just on how they're incorporating this whole backwards compatibility thing. It's just it just doesn't seem right to me.
No, it's more because of pressure that Microsoft's putting on.
100%.
I don't think if Microsoft was going down this route that they would care at all.
Yeah, it'd be the same thing every year. No backwards compatibility.
But to be real, though, they really benefited from not focusing on backwards compatibility for PS4. Like
Yeah.
they sold remasters. A lot of the first titles were remasters. They get extra income on that.
Yeah.
For little work. And a lot of this next gen stuff, the majority of it is not really next gen. It's just next gen upgradable still. That they completely lied about. Sony completely lied about, because they were, for months they were saying this is a next gen experience. This is going to be a benchmark. No, it's not. Things are going to look better. Yeah, if you're new to this channel, go ahead and sub to my man Mad Matt.
I appreciate it.
And ask in the chat, where the hell is Solid Rider?
Yeah. So somebody add him on Twitter. Keep his phone dinging.
Yeah, but we can still hold down the show.
Oh yeah. Gosh, I wanted to make fun of him though, because he tweeted out how much he hated this Tom Holland thing, and I made.
Oh really?
Yeah, I made him seem like he was excited. Yes, my PS5 pre-order is locked. Holland forever. PS5 lockdown. I was ready for that.
Yeah,
I know he would have thought that was funny.
Well, I've decided to keep my, even though this was a play. I mean, this is real. I mean, this is the part of being the consumer. I don't want to. I'm rooting for Sony too. I am looking for a next gen experience. I'm looking forward to the games. I think it's not worth the effort to waste my time to try to get in. I already wasted one day. You know what happened? I got carpal tunnel and just frustration of having in my cart not being able to check out.
Yeah.
I spent 10 minutes trying to get a Microsoft Xbox Series X. It went right through Best Buy, right through the cart. I mean, I did have to click it a few times, but that was it. And people had problems getting that too, but it just worked for me, so I think I'm going to keep it. And I'm just going to get the PlayStation 5 later. It's just not worth the effort to waste your time on this. Get games and play games. It's all about the game.
Gosh, but I don't know why my brother's still like hell bent on getting the PS5. I think it's because his friends are on there. That's the only thing I can see. But so far, Xbox is definitely looking favorable this year.
He's not. He hasn't had success in pre-ordering yet.
He's trying to with his store. I still don't think he got it yet.
You'll waste so much time.
Yeah,
that's why I'm like. And even if you get it, you're probably not going to get it till 2021 anyway. I really think that they jumped the gun just to get the pre-orders ahead of Series X. But I think if you put them on a scale, I mean, I'll have to be proven wrong on this. I think there's more Series X out there than PlayStation 5s. I believe. But we'll have to wait and see what really happens. It's bound to be frustration. I think if I get Miles Morales, I'm just going to get it on the PS4. And
that'd be the smart route, because that's the only thing that's exclusive that I would like right now. Like, I wouldn't buy a whole PS5 specifically for that.
It's Sackboy. That looks good too, but that's going to be on PS4. Demon Souls looks amazing, but I could wait. I also thought about just getting the original version or on the Xbox a backwards compatible version. I don't know if there is one for the first one. I know there's for 2 and 3, I think. And people are like, no, if you haven't experienced it yet, wait for it. And I understand that argument. I might wait on that. The only other game that I'm really like, the only game I'm really going to miss out at launch, well, it's not out at launch anyway, is the new Ratchet and Clank game. That looks like it's really an next-gen experience.
Yeah. I definitely want to play that. I still haven't even played Crash, and it came out like, 2 days ago?
Oh, did you get it?
No, I mean, I want to, but I was going to wait off and get Squadrons because I figured you were going to play it, and I was going to...
Oh, yes, I do have Squadrons. I had to get it for the PlayStation because I want to try the VR mode.
Oh, man, because I saw that Xbox got the alpha recently with the EA Play, I think, for Xbox Game Pass or something. I saw that they were playing that recently. I was going to ask you if you got on that yet.
Oh, no. Also, I've heard what's his name? Prime 76 was right about EA Play being included with Game Pass starting in November. That is amazing. That's an amazing. You don't have to pay. I just bought Titanfall 2 for like $5.
Yeah,
used store because I wanted to play that too.
It was a fun game. I liked the mechanics. It reminded me of a lot of like Halo and Call of Duty.
Yes,
it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, I haven't played any of it yet. But But I actually from Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, he always says that the story mode in that game is amazing and it's underrated. So I actually taken his advice from that. He does know about games. So I'm just going back and collecting some stuff that I want. And it's so much. It makes you feel so good that all the things you purchase and all the things you collect are going to go forward mostly. Yeah. It's such a good feeling, and digitally too. I mean, everyone has do you have a Steam account?
Yeah.
Is that where where you get your games?
Yeah.
It's still not as good as Steam, but for a console experience, this is as close as you're going to get.
Yeah.
With Microsoft.
Up their game. I mean, they've learned their lesson, from the Xbox One. I guess after seeing sales plummet, they're like, all right, we need to really go for the consumer this time. We need to be all for them.
I also kind of wanted to discuss PC versus console. I know you're a PC guy. You still love I think you still have a heart for the consoles.
Oh too. Yeah. I love all of them. Yeah.
But is it? I'm just what. There's also talk of when you get these consoles, they're already a year or two behind the PC, what the PC can do. For me, it's just I'm not a real technical guy. I don't like upgrading constantly, and unfortunately, that's what fortunately, consoles if they keep the games where they're constantly upgradable and you get the best version, I'm okay with consoles coming out more frequently. I just want less on me because I'm not a real technical guy. I also love the big screen. Is that one thing that as a PC gamer that you're stuck to your PC? You could link it to a TV, but most of your experience is online. I just love sitting on my couch with my big screen TV, my console, and all these, not have to worry about too many technical issues. That's why I've always been a console guy.
The only time I do the big screen is whenever I do I guess party games, with my family. But I used to play on the big screen when it came to first person shooters when I was a kid. But then after that, the small screen, I just started getting more competitive. I just like seeing everything in my vision. I just find it more engaging for me because I like being able to see everything rather than being huge and I have to really around.
It helps you keep focused.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have a 4K monitor too?
I need to get one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right now,
your video quality on Twitch looks really great.
Oh yeah, it looks amazing, but on my monitor it doesn't look that great.
Okay.
Yeah, I made sure with my Elgato that my quality is through the roof because I wanted my Twitch to look really good.
Mm-hmm.
But with my PC, I think with the PC in general, it's graphic wise and gameplay wise, it's always going to be on top of console because it's just it's console. It's locked, on 144 FPS, while PC you can have unlimited FPS and it's just smooth. It's very smooth.
Do you upgrade yourself or what do you do?
I actually haven't even upgraded yet. I mean, I got this recently.
Oh, okay.
I haven't really upgraded parts yet. I mean, right now what I have is, I think it's pretty good. My graphics card is a GeForce 2060, and that's pretty good for me. And my PC is pretty overkill, so I don't really have to upgrade anything as of right now or the next couple, maybe 2 to 3 years.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
it's just a force of habit too, I guess.
And I literally learned about PCs recently. I'm not a PC guru. I literally did all my research on how to build the perfect PC for me and for my gameplay and editing and everything. I researched everything. I wanted to make sure that this thing didn't turn into a piece of crap like my first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have any interest in the next console, or maybe even not necessary because
it would only be because of my brother, and that's because I really want to play Gotham Knights with him. That game looks really fun, and it's 2-player. I think that's gonna be a great experience. And just I'm hoping there's crossplay because crossplay that's the future, man. I hope that every game can have crossplay.
Well, these little adjustments that Microsoft is making has really sold me. Hearing the reactions from the Access Media actually having quick resume is something I've heard about. You know what that is?
No, what is quick resume?
Okay, you could, because the Series X is an extremely powerful console, not as powerful as a PC, but for that price,
Yeah.
too, it's really good for that price. People understand. I also listen to a few other podcasts. I can't remember the name of them, but they believe that this is a reaction to Sony and the world economy, that it is 500, that they think it would have originally been a $600 console, the Series X. I could definitely see them. I think and that's also why Sony and Xbox were going back and forth. They didn't want to announce the price for so long. I think if they would have announced 600 right after the PS5, it would have been a big. People would have. That's a big thing for people.
Yeah.
I do see where they could have charged $600 for this console for.
It's got like slight improvements from the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely and the backwards compatibility. Just the amount of things that's going into this, like the price that it is now is pretty good. But 600, I could definitely see 600.
Yeah. Also, with the way video games are going to eventually be in the cloud streaming, comparable to a video on demand or video streaming service.
Yeah.
Game Pass already has that user base. Game Pass is growing, and having multiple titles where you could just, like, if you think about flipping through titles on Netflix real quick, you could basically have 5 games like running at the same time. You pause it and go to another game, and it just resumes. You don't have to load it. That's the quick resume. So it's good for like binge culture. I think binge culture goes into video gaming too. Yeah. I think I really foresee also with the achievements and the Microsoft, the online experience has a lot of it has a strong fan base too of the online experience. Microsoft Gold came before PlayStation Plus.
Yeah,
online, so they had that user base there. They already had achievements
because online used to be free in PS3, right?
Yeah,
online was free. That was awesome.
Achievements came before trophies. That's also something I've been getting hooked to getting achievements again too.
Yeah.
There's just a lot there that I think can go past the video game bubble of just the catering to the existing base and branch out to other people, especially with the Series S when it becomes more widely available. I do think that is a disruptor to the industry of what it can offer to people outside the hardcore. They're gonna get addicted to trying the new games, getting achievements, the community. They have the new interface up on. I don't know if it's final. They have a new interface up on Xbox now.
How does that look? Is that better?
I mean, it looks decent. It's not anything. It just looks different. I don't know if that's the final one.
Because that was always my problem with the Xbox One, was just the interface. I did not like navigating through that at all. I thought it was too much. And then I feel like if you're gonna change the interface, at least have it to where you can customize which interface you like the most to your liking. Because like the Xbox 360, I liked like how it was columns, and then you just kind of cycle through, and then eventually they made it more to where it was the Xbox One, and it's like page, and I've always been like, I've always wondered, why can't we just customize like to our liking, how we want our system to look with like how we want to navigate. I feel like that'd be like great for the consumer, rather than they change it themselves. Like it's just. I don't know, I've always wondered that. I don't know if it was like a problem or something.
Now, as a PC gamer, does the Microsoft Game Pass have any interest for you? Because I don't know if all the titles are on both, but they also have PC Pass, or you could get Game Pass and then still have it on the PC. Does that interest you, a subscription service like that? I'm just interested.
It would mainly be for like, I guess, Squadron, since EA plays a part of it, or Battlefield even. Like those are the only 2 big titles. Maybe Doom Eternal. Mm-hmm. But other than that, just those 3 games, that would have interest for me. Yeah,
because they do have PC version. For next episode, I got to research the differences between the PC, how many titles you could get. Is it not? I wouldn't force it on you or anything either. I'm just saying it's interesting because I know you go hardcore at certain games and you play them to death.
100%.
Does binging games excite you, like playing different games, like when your friends are all playing at the same time? That I'm me, Brian, and Sir Nerd a lot all have Xbox Gold, and we've been enjoying playing the games at the same time. Like I'm downloading Doom Eternal. I had too much junk on my hard drive. I had to delete some stuff because I have so many Game Pass games there just waiting. I didn't play them all, but I got to play Doom Eternal. I also. Oh, go ahead. Does that
like binging? Like what do you mean by that? Like just
like you know how comparable to like Netflix or something. Oh, something comes on Netflix, all your friends play at the same time. Game Pass has Doom Eternal up. Let's all play. You know, does that excite you at all? Or
yeah. I try to get all my friends like in the pen with me. I have so much fun playing with friends rather than alone.
Okay.
It's just a better experience for me.
All right. I will research that for next week. Also, your friends, you had another podcast going last night. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, this is cool. I didn't know you didn't do that.
I did that to kind of get ready for this podcast because I wanted to be like familiar with StreamYard and how to use everything.
Okay.
And then I figured like these guys would be the best to talk about because we were talking about Cold War Zombies. It's coming out in November. And I'm pretty excited about that.
Cold War Zombies. Is that going to be full price, or what is that going to be?
Oh yeah. It's a part of the game. It's a part of Call of Duty itself, Cold War.
Okay.
So it's going to be the full 60. It's
you have to do 60 and then add the DLC, or
the DLC is actually free this time.
Oh really?
Yeah, maps for zombies, maps for multiplayer, everything free. They're just doing the battle pass system now because that's been making them a lot of money.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So free DLC that they're completely cool with.
Well, something for benefit for me, like with the Series X, I know I could at least be in the same area as PC gamers, being cross play. It's not going to be as smooth as your PC, but it's going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty damn good. I mean,
if I decide to get that game, I'm like, oh, I could play my PC friends. Yeah, for sure. That's great.
Yeah, I'm very excited about the crossplay, especially cross-gen. That's brand new. Like, I'm very excited for cross-gen.
Yes. Don't be afraid. Like, I'm going to get Cyberpunk, I think. That's the one game I'm going to get at launch.
Cyberpunk looks really fun.
I want to get the Steelbook. At Best Buy has a Steelbook for $60 because I love collecting Steelbooks. And it just looks so amazing. There's also been some controversy there, too, about crunch time. You know what that is? When these game developers have to work overtime, it's mandatory. Listen, unfortunately it's a necessary evil. I don't like people's jobs being held over the head though if you don't participate in overtime.
I want there to be passion. I don't want it to feel like a job. I want it to, I want love to be in this project, not because I have to, like,
well, like Cyberpunk, they've delayed it so many times. They also have like grants from the Polish government, I think. That's I think there's all kinds of outside factors, also agreements with merchants, stores, and stuff that they have to have it out near launch. I think it's just go time. I think they've been working on this game for 7 years, from what I heard.
Really, damn, it's
a labor of love. Like, I mean, they're most comparable to. I think it could surpass Rockstar as the most.
Oh yeah,
CD Projekt Red
probably could. Yeah.
I think is the most fans, but they've been getting some heat because they said, "Oh, we're not going to do crunch time," and then they are. I don't see how they could get this. See, it's different than movies because movies they haven't really been pushing special effects, but gaming is always pushing the envelope for what you could get, how to have a better performance. You're not getting that same thing at the theater, not all the time. Very few directors really push the envelope anymore. They just go with the status quo. But gaming is always, we have to do better.
Weird to me because I feel like there's a lot of creative people out there. It's just I want to know what's holding them back. Like me, for instance, I feel like I could make an amazing Batman film, but it's like, where's everyone else to make these films? Or like another superhero period. Like, are there no fans of let's say let's make up somebody. John Stewart, like, is there no one that wants to make a Green Lantern movie about him?
Sure.
Like a Blue Lantern movie, just anything.
Yeah,
You know?
I also, well, maybe it's the WB thing because
Yeah.
we are fans of DC, but WB is notorious for striking down content. What if you do a fan film? Star Wars, George Lucas set that up where it's easy for fan films to exist, but I don't know.
And
I
they're
would
amazing.
love to. I would, yeah, I would love to see DC fan films. I would love it. Maybe
Yeah.
you get your dad involved because he was going to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was, you'll
He
have
really
Film
wants to
God
do,
play something. Have Nerdy in Many Ways play.
he really wants to make an animated show about like his characters that he's created. And
Okay,
I'm
cool.
so down to do that. Hopefully one day it happens.
All right. Look at the chat a little bit here. Phobic says they ported a lot of PC games to Genesis, like Might and Magic. I have all of them. Okay.
I'll play Doom when I get off.
Yeah, thanks, Master None. He's gonna play. We have to remember to read the comments because this is all audio too.
Okay.
Traveler 28. Zombies. That interests me more than just Call of Duty Cold War is the zombie part.
Yeah. Like, gosh, I really want them to make I mean, I don't know how well it would do if they made a separate game, but I'd love for them to be like since they made this battle royale mode that's free to everyone, I would love for them to make a zombies game that's free to everyone, and it's just constant updates of maps and like story or something.
Yeah, I would love that. Is the battle royale free now or later?
Oh yeah. It's Call of Duty Warzone. That's free, but that is so annoying.
Oh really?
People that play it are annoying as hell
because it's free
and campy, and there's I mean, if you're really good, there's a lot of cheaters. Like there's definitely a lot of cheaters on the game.
Oh, that you have to deal with cheating.
If you're like up there, like way up there, like because there's a skill-based matchmaking system, so it pairs you up people that are like kind of like, you know, your skill level or your casual level. So yeah, and I've seen a lot of like streamers, like they're always dealing with cheaters, like wall hackers, or like they're just.
That's such a shame. People.
Yeah, that sucks.
Just to
that's the consequence of a free game, though. That's what people have to deal with.
Phobic says the stream is talking about games yet. I thought it was only in the chat. What are you talking about, Phobic? We're talking about games right now. Some other games I'm looking forward to next gen are. Did you see gameplay of Second Extinction?
Second Extinction? No, what is that?
It's like it's gonna be next gen, I believe. I don't think they could pull it off. It's dinosaurs. It's sort of like Turok, but I think you're in a team of 4.
I think I have seen that actually.
Actually, probably be good for you and your pals. You're shooting dinosaurs like crazy. Like they're raptors and everything are coming right at you. That interests me. I am looking
is it like hordes? Or are you like hunting? Like how does it?
I'm not sure yet. I just seen a lot. All the gameplay I've seen is like Fast and Furious. Like they're coming at you like crazy. I don't know. I think you could play in a group of 4.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It looks like
optimized for Series X. That's one I want to get right away. That and Cyberpunk.
That definitely looks cool. I'm interested. Like, is it like you're hunting a specific dinosaur? Or is it just like you just?
Well, I think you're just. Based on the title, my assumption would be that you're trying not to go extinct. Second Extinction. I mean, that's what I'm guessing. They're trying to just survive and
that actually would be cool. Is it? Would you know if it's like for all consoles or if it's like exclusive?
I could research that right now. What's Second Extinction for PC? It would have to be. I would believe it's got to be. I would be so surprised.
Yeah, because that actually looks cool. I never heard of that.
Yes, PC.
Because I love tactical strategy based games. I love those kind of games. Survival is amazing.
Yeah, Second Extinction on Steam.
Okay, cool.
Let me see. Let me bring this up here. I don't have a Steam account. My wife does.
Then why don't you?
Oh, wait a second. Are you kidding me?
What?
No. Is this coming out? No. I just mean it might come out like on the 13th.
Of this month?
Yeah. It says on Steam. I don't know if it's coming out for Series X right away. Big map, big dinosaurs. October 13th. Or maybe it's early access.
The 3-player cooperative.
Planned.
Your goal is to wipe out the mutated dinosaurs that have taken over the planet.
Yes.
So it is basically survival. That's cool. I like that. That's actually really cool. Yeah, it looks like it's just Xbox and then Windows.
Yeah. Which you really don't need a Series X if you're a PC. But if you're like a console person, it's the best. It's really you're getting best of both worlds. With and I know my pal Phobic's in the chat, and I was gonna get a PS5. I'm just gonna wait on it.
I thought Phobic. I thought in Warzone, you can't change it to console only. I thought it like forces you to go against like crossplay. I thought you can't put it.
No, there's options to not select crossplay.
I know you could do that in multiplayer. I didn't know you could do that in Warzone. I thought people had issues with that in Warzone.
I'll check it out. I'll download it too if I have room. Let me see. But yeah, that's the one I'm looking forward to. Other than that, I'm looking forward to really getting an amazing performance out of my games that I have already. One that I've been so addicted to playing right now is Wreckfest, which is like one of my favorite racing games of all time. It's just the physics of the game. I just now going back to regular racing games where they just like barely ding when you crash into them. Not that you intentionally crash in a racing game.
This is actual like collateral damage.
Yeah, and I think if one thing I think next gen completely loses the focus on that we've had in previous generations is like physics, not scripted destruction, also water, not a lot of advanced water. I mean, there's water physics there too, but they stray away from that, and a lot of weather effects. I love all that stuff. I love arcade games, and when they push all that, especially racing game, I want all the craziness happening. I want one of my favorite games ever is MotorStorm Apocalypse.
MotorStorm Apocalypse.
Yeah, for PS3, and there's like you're going through a hurricane. There's all kinds of stuff flying at the screen. I love that stuff that pushes the graphic capabilities, and you're missing a lot of that.
It kind of reminds me of like whenever I play this game called Battlefield, it's like they have different weather effects going on, and buildings can come down, and you can destroy buildings with a tank. Like it's just I like the immersion that it like brings to it, and it changes the whole battlefield. It changes the whole strategy of everything.
Right.
So I like that kind of stuff too.
Right. But you don't get a lot of it though.
Yeah,
and it's hard to do without being super buggy.
Yeah.
That's another game I got. Oh, if you are interested in current gen. Now, if you're frustrated with pre-ordering, now is the time to scoop up stuff at really, really low physical copy cost. I just ordered more on GameStop.com. If you buy 2, you get 20% off used games. If you buy 3, you get 30. If you buy 4, you get 40. If you buy more than 5 games, you get 50% off used games. And I got Red Faction Remastered Edition. That one because I like the destruction. I like the original Red Faction back in the day. That's a first-person shooter where you just blow through walls and stuff, and it's not scripted. You could pretty much destroy as much as you can see. I love stuff like that. I'm actually going to also do some top 10 lists or hidden gems on my channel.
Get them in here.
Hey, Zod Rider.
Hey, sorry.
You know we have a PlayStation Plus podcast?
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm late. I was having some issues with my computer today.
Oh, that's all right. We're holding it down. Honestly, we have to maybe figure something out for next week unless we want to take the week off because I might have to be out of town unless you guys want to cover it on your own.
I'm down for whatever, man.
Okay.
I can keep going.
I would be interested to see you bring on your friends or something.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to, but they're always like, I don't know what to talk about. So I'm trying to get someone in here.
Well, Zod Rider, I think with the three of us, we can cover a lot of different topics.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm really interested to see
starting with this tweet, Zod. What the heck's going on here?
Wow. All I have to say is that is that Sony is nuts.
Oh, really?
It's yeah. I I don't know. I'm not a big Tom Holland fan.
Mhm.
So when I see that they replace a great Spider-Man with, Tom Holland, I'm none too happy with their decision. I think they're doing that just to tie the game into the
Yeah.
MCU somehow, and to me, that's ridiculous and unnecessary. But
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, like I was saying, I'm down with it if we get Tobey Maguire.
They didn't even change the voice actor though, guys. The
Oh, that's
same
kinda
voice actor who did the character before they did the remaster is
Yeah.
doing the voice actor again. So that's I don't get it.
Well, I honestly believe that the reason this remastered even exists is it was going to be a repackaged Spider-Man with the added on Miles Morales. And at a certain point during development, they said, bump up another hour, 2 or 3, and let's make it a full price game. And I just foresee that's what happened. That's also why it's ready.
Oh, guaranteed it's going to be a full price game. Yeah, I mean,
no Miles Morales.
Well, you would think, right? I mean, make some adjustments, and
I just think that was the original idea. That's why this remaster was done. That's why so much work was done into it. That they were going to focus on that and add Miles, and plus a Miles Morales story is extra. But and it makes sense to just make it a full-fledged game. But it is going to be a small game. I've heard that they also charge $50 for it, and that's not full price for PS5 right now.
It should be a budget title, $19.99.
No, I don't know. You mean the remastered or the Miles Morales?
Well, honestly, you know what? Miles Morales, they should have went all out and made it a flagship game. Yeah. Where it's a full-length game, a full storyline. Then if they want to do $70, okay, fine. As far as this remastered goes, I wouldn't pay $9.99 for this remaster. I think this remaster is an MCU cash grab that is, indicative of everything that is Marvel having to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And that breaks my heart because I feel like there should be separation there. When you look at like the games that get released for like with DC, when you look at like the Injustice games and all that, they don't go out of their way to make the characters look like their movie counterparts. Yeah, they'll give you an option if you want a special skin, if you want that, if you want the character to look like Ben Affleck's Batman, or you want the character to look like Henry Cavill's Superman, but they're not forcing you to go that route and then putting remaster in the title and charging you again for it. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
If they should have, that's what they should have did. They should have allowed you to choose. They should have give people the option. If they want the character to look like Tom Holland, you can have the Tom Holland MCU Night Monkey skin, or you can have. Well, that's what they called him in the last movie. That's one thing I always wondered. How can you have an entire Spider-Man movie where you spend more than 50% of the movie calling the main character Night Monkey? How does that work? Like, how is that even like?
Well, I'm okay with Tom Holland Spider-Man, but you raise a good point. Lots of people don't even. I mean, they prefer the PlayStation version of Spider-Man.
The PlayStation Spider-Man looks like an older Spider-Man. Looks like a more mature Spider-Man, because remember, in the video game he's supposed to have been Spider-Man for like 8 years. Mm-hmm. So you're supposed to know that this is a career Spider-Man. This is a kid who's growing up in the role and is a veteran, and Tom Holland just doesn't fit that mold. Like Matt, for example, You look like Spider-Man. You could be Spider-Man. You would be a better Spider-Man than the Tom Holland. I mean, they should have motion captured you. I could believe you. I could believe you as Spider-Man before I could believe Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
I think like with the whole like Tom Holland thing, like I think you should be able to change the character as much as you can change the suit. Yeah. To where like you can look like the older actors that played Spider-Man, like Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield, or even like Drake Bell from the animated show. Like
sure, why not? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's the problem? I mean,
I would love though if Injustice started giving you actor skins for.
Oh yeah,
it does, doesn't it? I think I know the first Injustice I was able to do Ben Affleck.
Oh really?
And Henry Cavill. Yeah, you press. I forget what the button combination is, but there is a button where you can change it. Where it's
Arkham.
It's not. Right? Well, it's just like how, like on Arkham, you can change it too, but you can change it on Injustice. Because I was playing with Henry Cavill's Superman, I was playing with Ben Affleck's Batman. That was on in the first Injustice game. I don't know about Injustice 2, but I know Injustice 1 had skins for movie.
Phobic's giving you criticism, Zodwriter. What a surprise. He says fake outrage over Peter Parker's face. Move on. He's sleeping.
Okay, well, I mean, it's again, dude, it's just an opinion. I mean, I don't care if you don't like if you like Tom Holland. If it's not a big deal to you to look at Tom Holland's face in every iteration of Spider-Man, that's fine.
Well, Zodwriter, did you play PlayStation 4 Spider-Man?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't play it yet. I bought it and I didn't play it yet.
Oh, it's a wonderful game.
Yeah.
It actually has a storyline better than any storyline that they've come up with for the MCU yet so far for Spider-Man. I'm like, you know what? I'm like that at least. And what I love about it, guys, is at least they tried to do something original with it. At least they tried to, tell their own story. I mean, it's really good. And it's like, no, it's not about being a DC fanboy phobic. I like Spider-Man. And I just admitted it. I played the Spider-Man game, and I enjoy the original iteration of Spider-Man that they went with.
Why does everything silly. Have to they didn't need to change his face. Like there wasn't any problem.
No, but here's the thing: they're changing his face, but they're not changing the voice actor, and they're making it seem like that's a justified upgrade to worth buying a remaster. Hell no, I'd rather keep it the way it is. Why would you change it? That's not a remaster. That's an abomination.
Getting back to the precedent that Xbox is setting here against Sony and Nintendo, they are charging for remasters or releases, where Xbox so far, based on what they're doing, you get free graphical upgrades. I mean, they could title it something else. This is a remaster. This is I forget what they say, optimized for Xbox.
Optimized or enhanced.
Right, but the opposition.
I mean, we're not sneering at. Okay, this guy. He said, "I am not keen on this fanboy elitism as it turns potential fans off. Come across like you're sneering at people for not liking the right."
What do you, Traveler? What do you mean about the Spider-Man?
Listen. What about okay? So let's look at it another way. Everybody continues to bring up isms for this, isms for that, isms for isms. What? I'm not allowed to have an opinion? Let's look at it this way. Let's just look at it this way. What about the respect for the actor that they used for the original version of Peter Parker in that game? Yeah. What about that? Why is nobody talking about that? Everybody wants to jump and wants to defend the change to Tom Holland and wants to say, "Oh, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that." Wants to call me names and wants to use negative.
I agree with Zodra. There was no good reason to change it. I mean, it looked great. No one complained about it. There was no technical. I mean,
right. I mean, I don't understand. Like, if you could justify the change, like I'm going to say this, Max. What about so if it wasn't just a cheap gimmick to tie it in with the MCU to the point where it was lazy and they didn't even have the guy come in and change the voiceover too, then what was the point then? Honestly, if you're gonna,
it was like a George Lucas type change. Like, I just changed this for no reason. It was like that type of thing.
That's what I'm saying. Don't try to make me an ist or say it's an ism just because Sony decided to do something just for the sake of change. They didn't do it because they think that's great and it's more accurate. No, they did it because they wanted to be like Tom Holland. They want you to think of Tom Holland when you play the game. That's their only reason.
Phobic and Traveler, I actually completely disagree with you. And you're my friends, but I actually completely disagree. I think this is a very important topic because it talks about, how we talk about film preservation, game preservation. Yes, we want it to look better.
There's an entire movement devoted to game preservation. What are these guys talking about?
I mean, but that's important. This is why it's a hot topic. I might make a separate video. Why is it important to talk about them just changing things in Spider-Man? It's a remaster. It's not about like there's enhancements to games, which it's like let's completely changing stuff.
Let's give these high horse gentlemen another example.
Be cool though, Zod. These are my pals.
No. I'm talking about in relation to this particular topic.
Okay.
Again, I don't have anything personal.
I think it's an important topic for sure.
But here's another example. Super Mario has been around for how many decades, right? Mm-hmm. So let's just say they make another Super Mario Brothers movie, and it's a massive success. And they decide to go back with every single Super Mario Brother movie and change the look of Mario and make him look like the Mario from whatever movie they made. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't people be offended?
Right.
Now you're taking a character that's existed in all this time and he's looked a certain way and people love the character, don't have a problem with him, but now all of a sudden he has to look like the movie counterpart just to match up with the popularity of said movie franchise. That's nonsense.
My little madmen from my channel trying to trigger you. Look, they're trying their best.
Well, I'm just making a point. I don't give a damn. No. Honestly, people can think what they want, and Phobic knows I respect him no matter what. I think he's a cool dude. I don't have no problem with Phobic. Hey, listen, it is what it is.
That's an excellent comparison. You may think it's silly to think about just changing Mario's face, but if he had a hit movie. And then
if he had a hit movie and they made him look a lot younger and they changed the face and they altered. I mean, people would be upset. Think about but here's another more current example that these guys are missing out on. Sonic the Hedgehog. When the Sonic the Hedgehog movie came out, what was the criticism with Sonic the Hedgehog? His face, this very topic that we're discussing right now, the face of the hedgehog, right?
Although I don't think that it looks bad, the new version either. It's just it's different. Like it's weird. Like why do it? And
are you talking about Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I haven't played, I have it for PS4. I just have to play it.
Yeah. I like I said, for PS4, it's very enjoyable, and the face and the voice actually fit the character for that version.
Highlight Phobic's comment, please.
This one.
Yes. But it's not the definitive version anymore now. The remaster is, and now it's changed. So that's why. Going forward, that will probably be the one the default one.
And if you think, you're saying the PS4 game remains unchanged. If you think that that's going to be the case, if you think that they're not going to go back and change that too to make it look like Tom Holland for future games, or when they go back and totally overhaul it, or all of a sudden there's an update and now he looks like Tom Holland, you're kidding yourself. That's going to be the look going forward. They wouldn't bother remastering the character and changing the character completely with brand new character models, unless that was what they were planning to use further on.
You don't have to play the game or watch the movie. This is sounding like a Geek Scares commentary. All right, Trav. All right.
Listen, dude. I've actually played the game, okay?
Yeah.
So I know what I'm talking about. So I have a right to be upset. I've played the game, and I understand how Spider-Man is depicted in the game, all right? So there you go. So, yeah, I've already played the game. So try again.
Karen Ryder. Uh-oh. All right, let's. I have a different topic for that. I mean, we're towards the end of the show. We want to keep it right hour.
I want to before you get into your next topic, I wanted to briefly ask you gentlemen a question. Video game colleagues, are you guys familiar with Shadow PC?
No.
Shadow PC is essentially like how everything now is moving towards cloud gaming?
Yeah.
What Shadow PC is essentially a super power PC in a cloud that you have access to, where you can run all your games, constantly upgradable. I don't want to sound like a commercial for them, but they're $15 a month.
Oh, really?
The damn thing is allegedly marvelous. So I'm waiting for mine to be completed so I could check it out and review it, but it looks like it's going to be fantastic. Essentially, you can use your old PC, you download this program, and over your internet, you're actually able to access this massive power PC with all kinds of technical accolades, and so it sounds like it's something that is aiming to replace people building new machines and having constant new hardware laying around. So
I'd be up for that.
I just wanted to briefly mention that.
If I wasn't getting my Series X, that would interest me. But I'm keeping Zod. I am keeping it because I'm just like, I'm not going to go through all this frustration of trying to get PS5 and then all the preview builds of it coming out. People have hands on with the backwards compatibility and the Game Pass. The Game Pass is just such a game changer for me. I'm so enjoying that with my friends. Just like, this game just came out on Game Pass. Let's all play together. And I don't have to worry about them buying a copy because we all have the same service.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. I have to look into that Shadow PC. I'll also for next week. Well, I might not be here next week. The week after, I got to do research. Game Pass compared to PC Pass, because these services, I really do think are the next level. I sometimes hardcore gamers scoff at it, but getting to the general public, I think it's a good value. But my question for us at the end of the show was, any current gen games that you really want to go back and play? Because I have quite a few, and one of them is Spider-Man. Another one is God of War. I have it, and I never played it. I bought it on sale for like under $20, and I just never played it. Horizon.
I love God of War. Oh my God!
Is there anything that on the console or the PC, Matt, that you haven't got to yet that's already out that you want to get to?
Gosh. I definitely want to on console. I definitely want to go back to the Arkham games because I definitely want to play through
before
those.
Gotham Knights. That's a good one.
Yeah, that'd be a good build up for me. And then for PC, like I want to go through the Master Chief Collection and get ready for like Halo Infinite and just play all the campaigns again.
Oh yeah,
let's try that out.
Anything you those are good choices.
Yeah,
for sure. The Arkham games would be great before Gotham Knight. When is Gotham Knight coming out? I have to find that out. I know that Second Extinction now too. If that comes out close, I don't think it's coming out close to launch though in the series.
They just say 2021.
Oh really?
A date.
Darn it! You PC elitists, you get it first. You always get it first. Final Fantasy remake. Julia Miller asked.
That's the one on the PlayStation 4. I want to go to. That I want to play that I haven't gotten to yet, the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah, I'm not so much.
I've
not
heard a
big
lot
RPG
of great things about it. People say it's wonderful.
I'm just not big of an RPG guy. I played it back in the day when when it came out. I pre-ordered it and I got it.
For the original PlayStation.
Yeah.
Honestly, guys, it's a classic. I mean, so I would love to try and play the remake. I just haven't gotten around to it.
I'm hoping this guy. Do you think the Arkham games will get a next gen upgrade? Xbox, I hope it's like backwards compatible and it just looks amazing. PlayStation, I'm sure they charge you for it.
Well, they're going
to charge you. They're going to charge. PlayStation's going to charge you for it, and they're going to redo all the renderings to make the characters look more like the DCEU, and you're not going to have the option to go back. So they're going to do the same thing that they did with Spider-Man and kick everybody off.
Well, Game Pass already has the Arkham games there. I could play them right now.
Yeah,
I haven't done it. There's too many games.
And the Arkham games are very cheap on PlayStation right now. You can get them
now. Those if they did a remaster again, I'd be tempted on Series X.
Gosh, yes.
To really, but you're going to be able to play them anyway. But I don't know. I mean, you could just play them anyway. They're going to be optimized. Let me see. Let it go. We could tell Sony hurt your fifis. He's so Sasha Sony supporter. He's got your PlayStation 4.
I got a PlayStation 4. I love PlayStation 4. I love all the old PlayStations. I'm a big Sony fan. I mean, I don't know.
All right, so in the chat, Traveler28 says some games that he missed out on current gen that he's and actually a series that I'm going to work on for my hidden gems is called Game Stack. I'm going to show you Game Stack in the thumbnail. I'm going to go through it in hidden gems. They're just a stack or a stack of games that I want to play, that I want to get through. Can you go back to his?
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Battlefront 2 is definitely a great game.
Resident Evil 7. The stack of games I need to install, like Destroy All Humans and the Shark game Manhunter. I don't know about that Shark game.
Isn't that the one where you like upgrade your shark? Like you put on these like pieces on them and then you upgrade them to like, I guess, level 30 or something?
Oh, I don't know about that.
I was tempted to get it. I think it was like $20-$30 or 40. It was like $40.
Julia Miller said some fans are upset about the original. They still talk about Spider-Man. Phobic Xena says Maneater. Let me see. Traveler28 says Zod is no longer on his Christmas card list.
Oh, that's so sad to hear. I'm sorry to hear that.
Ezra, I got a PlayStation 4. Some of my friends are PlayStation. I got to add my friends on PlayStation. I've added some people on Xbox already. Yeah, Zod Rider, give me your PlayStation ID on Twitter.
Okay.
So I can add you and Trav and Phobic. Maybe if we play together, we'll get along better.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to your MSX review too. You said you're going to try.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I get it, I'm due to get it in. It's supposed to ship out sometime in November.
Okay, that's right near next gen
month. So
in the elections.
So we'll see, because I'm definitely going to.
Who cares about the elections? I got my Neo Geo.
Listen. I'm so excited about that. Even though like you've said a while back, there's 10,000 different ways to play Neo Geo games, but it's just going to be nice to have something like that. That's so, because I'm a huge Neo Geo fan, and I'm more excited for that than PS5 or the new Xbox. I could care less, because to me the PlayStation 4 is still good. And
Traveler28 says PS4 Pro with VR. If you have a PS4 Pro, I'd say definitely get VR. If you have a PS4 and you can't get next gen, I say if you get an opportunity to get a good bundle, get a PSVR. It's fun. There's so many games that are really cheap right now for PSVR. Really fun. I have to hook mine up again because I got to try that on Squadrons.
Did
so
you play
excited.
the Batman? Did you play the Batman game on VR?
No, I didn't get that one yet.
Okay.
I got that's another one on my to-do list. It's just the one that PSVR. I was having a lot of fun until Doom.
When you do VR, I want to see the camera with with you in the room with the headset on. I want to see how how you react. I think that'd be
okay.
All
right.
because you'll have your mask on, and that's gonna make
well, I can't do VR with my mask on. You'll be able to see my bottom of my face, which is fine. Some people think I have a double chin. I have a little bit of one, but you'll be able to see my face like Batman. I'll put some ears on the VR. Phobic as is expect that PSN ad sometime in 2029. No. Trav 28, send me your PSN too. I have a whole list of people I gotta add. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Joey Herrera says, Max, you should catch bats in VR. Hell no, I don't want to be reminded of bats. I had some bats in my house, Matt. That's what I remember. Oh, you do remember that? Oh, okay.
It took you away or something? Like you were gone for a while.
Right.
Your wife went and got you.
And then Traveler 28. And I think if we're good with you guys, we'll end the show unless you have some final comments. If stuff you're working on. Traveler 28 says, did they released that Vader game on PS4 VR? Yes, they did. I don't know if they did physically, and I didn't buy it yet, and I want to.
Alrighty.
All right. Anything else that we're missing or covering or that you're planning? I'm planning that if I could get to, I know what I want to do. It's just having the time. That live streams are the easiest content for me, but actually producing a video and doing like the best of and hidden gems video, I have to get all the games, get a stack. And in Phobic, you're completely wrong. You save money by getting physical. Absolutely. There are digital deals too. I'm not going to lie.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of great digital deals.
Yeah, but you get some amazing prices on, especially with GameStop. Right now, probably because they're hurting a little bit. They want to sell product.
It's only supposed to be an hour long, Phobic. We've established that in these streams.
Oh yeah. I'm not. I mean,
yeah.
Matt, you have the final say. This is your channel, but if you had anything else to talk about, anything you're planning, I'd like to see you guys play live sometime.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be playing live today. I'm gonna play that Phasmophobia game again with some friends.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
I played with my Zeverfed the other day on that game. I got him involved.
Oh really?
He likes
wow.
it. I've had him on some of the streams.
#4nerds. Yes.
We still have to get like eventually I want to do like a Friday night fight and do some fighting games, host some fighting
that
games.
Would be awesome. My God.
I think, do you have a PlayStation 4 in your house, Matt?
Yeah, I got it right here, actually.
Okay, so yeah, everyone has a PS4, play some fighting games. Injustice.
Yeah. Yes.
So what's some fighting games that we could play?
Injustice
Soul
2.
Calibur, Tekken.
I'll play whatever.
I wish, you know what I wish was on PS4 that's not Killer Instinct.
Yes, I love Killer Instinct.
Oh my God, yes.
That's one miss that I'm like so mad at Microsoft. I hope they're working on it. I'm like, why would you bring it back? Do a successful 3 season of characters and then not have it again? Soul Calibur PS2, Traveler 28 says, you could get Soul Calibur HD online for PlayStation 2 or for PlayStation 4. I think I have that. I actually prefer playing that than to the new one. Do you like the new Soul Calibur? Or?
I like the old Soul Caliburs. I like the very first Soul Calibur on Dreamcast. Yes.
I still have mine.
What interests you?
Really. Let's let's get into what you like, Phobic.
He did get me into that Avengers game, which I want to play. You could play that.
Oh, with the PS2 graphics? Okay.
No, that's not the PS2 graphics. What are you talking about, Sod Rider?
The Swole Avengers?
The new...
Huge, man. I don't like the way they look, dude. They look jacked. Do not like that.
Oh, they look great. Maybe you looked at the early trailer.
Bothers the fuck out of me.
Well, maybe you looked at it before they fixed the faces and stuff.
No, they did.
The first trailer looked bad.
They remastered it so that it looks good now.
It's not a remaster if it wasn't released yet. I mean, they worked.
Well, they made
on
the changes before they released.
Yeah, they're going to change the face.
All the stuff that they put out.
They better not change the face. But I really like that game, and you could play. I got to play online with Phobic Avengers. That looks really cool. I played a little bit online, but I've been. Then
there's not a doubt in my mind that game's still buggy.
Yeah, it is a little buggy. No, we're actual gamers. Although G&G does have a Gaming with Geeks now on the main channel, but this is the PlayStation Plus. Wow, Zod, you're going dark.
He's slowly fading away.
Your lighting is going.
I'm fading away. My lighting is horrible. Technical issues.
So, are you playing? Before we end it, maybe you just do the one other segment. What are you playing right now? I could start. I'm playing Wreckfest still. I'm playing Flat Out. I forget what it came. It's the developers that made it before Wreckfest. And I was actually playing, and I need to play Doom. I'm still downloading that.
Mm-hmm.
I actually played Garfield Racing. I got that for like $5.
What the heck? I've never,
because I like kart racers. It's not that bad. I was like surprised.
Like it's the cartoon Garfield.
Yeah, it's like a Mario Kart with Garfield. I was surprised that I got it for like $5 GameStop. I've been spending too much on these discount deals, like getting stuff. But anything you're playing right now? Still Among Us?
Among Us, the ghost hunting game. And I haven't really touched Call of Duty in a while. After I've touched the Cold War Alpha, I just haven't played Modern Warfare in like so long. I'm just kind of waiting for the new game.
I can't put down Street Fighter 4. I love it. I mean, not Street Fighter 4, Streets of Rage 4.
Streets of Rage 4? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that game too. I still prefer the original 3 though.
Oh, sure. But it's nice to have a game that fits in with those games, like.
Okay. Phobic has the last comment, I guess, here before we end. If that's all right with you. Avengers game is based on the comics, not the MCU, you damn normies. I like the game. Why are you calling?
I'm glad that it's based on the comics. I give them credit for basing it on the comics. See,
the Spider-Man PS4 game.
So why is that? Yeah. So why is that an issue with me being upset about the PS4 game?
They were calling it glitchy in the face, and it was about the faces again. It was about the damn faces again. They didn't say anything about the
manliest of men. Apparently,
they weren't complaining about the story at all. They were complaining about the damn faces again and the glitchiness.
I just don't like the character models.
See? Yeah. That has nothing to do with the storyline. All right. Thanks. You want to end it since it's on your channel? This is
I'll try to end it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Subscribe to Mad Max. Go on Zod.
Sorry I was late. Hey.
Yeah. He'll be here next week. Hopefully Max will be around. If not, he's out of town. Me and Zod will carry the channel.
Got it.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye, everyone.
Later.